Hello guys. So in a previous tutorial we learned about gradient descent and also we visualized guys. So today we will see some complex functions and issues related to gradient descent guys. So let me continue to the tutorial guys. Okay. So let's go guys. Okay, this was okay, we were here guys. Okay, first we will put title here guys. First we will change its type to the markdown guys. So we can just put good title guys. So you will see what we are going to do today now. So today's topic is multiple minima and advanced functions guys. Advanced in the sense it's so simple function guys, just going here to here was enough, but we will see some problems with this advanced functions guys. So be ready to explore them guys. So multiple minima and advanced function guys. So today's advanced function I will also plot here guys. Okay, so it will be like some x raised to 4 function guys. Okay, so I will just put this markdown guys, and I will put here dollar, that means hash. I will put this dollar. This will be my function f of x, f of x equal to x raised to 4 minus 4. So let me put gap here because latex won't understand. Then 4x square plus 5 guys, and I will just close this dollar. So after executing that you will see this function in this middle guys. So let's code it in Python guys. So it will be like def f of x guys. So let's put g of x now. F of x we already use guys. So g of x will be return x raised to 4. I think now you have grasped this, what this double multiplication does. It stands for power guys. Okay, x, okay, x square guys plus 5. Okay, so let's put 0 guys. So for 0 it should output 5 guys. So put 0. Yeah, we are getting 5. Let's zoom our screen guys, so you can see my screen clearly guys. Then we will define its derivative guys. So for derivative just apply power rule guys. Okay, for power rule just look for online YouTube tutorials guys. They will explain better than me because I need to cover all this plotting guys, so I won't be able to put that thing also in this tutorial. So it's my request, if you don't know power rule, please watch other tutorials or read some books. It's very easy, but and you will get it. Okay, so derivative is actually it's a 4x cube. So 4 into x cube, so this 4x cube minus 8x, because this x square is converted to 2x. Okay, and derivative of constant is 0 guys. So this will be our derivative guys. So let me check, yes, I have done right guys. So we have all this. So now let's plot guys. For plotting guys I will just copy this code guys. Data science is kind of copy paste work guys. I don't want to retype this functionality, okay, again and again. Now what we want to do, first we will know, yeah, I will see in my reference what changes I have made in this code. So actually I need to pause guys. because I need to assemble some values guys. So I will just pause here and I will come back now. Okay guys, I'm back now. So the thing is that I you know didn't declare for which values we are going to plot. Actually I have cooked up these values because it will be very easy for visualization guys. So I will just insert this cell above guys. Okay, and let me put that x underscore 2 guys, and you now aware of this function guys, np dot linspace guys. So we will get number -2 to 2. We want 1000 number guys. So you know that we will get 1000 numbers between -2 and 2, including -2 and 2 guys. So now let's get ahead guys and let's plot this thing. So let me refer the parameters guys for good visualization. So for x limit I will put -2 guys, -2 to 2. Okay, so we will clearly see good visualization. And for y limit I will point 0.5 to 5.5 guys. So these are I came up with this value for good visualization guys, nothing else. So the x level will be x and this will be g of x guys. Okay, and we want to plot x underscore 2 guys now, and the function is g. So I'm just changing these values guys, nothing fancy. Okay, since we didn't ran gradient descent, we will erase this guys. Okay, now now I will plot this derivative guys. So the x limit for this guy is also -2 to 2 guys, and my y limits will be -6 to 8 guys. Okay, I will again change that, it should be dg of x now. Okay, I don't want grid actually, so I will remove that. I need to plot this dg. I think I have defined dg. Yes, I have defined. I don't want to put x underscore 1, but I want to put x underscore 2 guys. Okay guys, since I don't have this, I didn't run gradient descent on it, I don't need these lines. So let's execute guys. So let's remove this alpha argument guys, because it makes your transparent, it will make your plot more transparent guys. And sorry for this guys. So now you can see these graphs guys. So I will just put this grid in this plot because I want to show you some things guys. Okay, what happens? Okay, it doesn't put in grid. Why? Because oops. So you will see grid guys. Okay, so in this function, it is very interesting function guys. It has 2 minima guys. Okay, and 1 maxima guys. So at these 3 points guys, we will have derivative 0 guys, and it reflects that this line intersects, this 0 intersects derivative plot in 3 lines guys. Okay, so now let me show you how initial starting point changes the behavior of gradient descent guys. So in this example of gradient descent, we used to choose some point guys. Okay, now I will show you how this matters, how this going to matter in our this very curvy function guys. Okay, so let's just copy paste guys. Okay, now instead of new underscore x, I want to start with this 0.5 guys. Okay, so just 0.5, all things will be same guys. So let's run this function guys. Actually just okay, that this will be fine. We have to change this here guys, we cannot run just simply. So I have to put this dgx. Okay guys, I will also, yeah, name I don't, doesn't matter. Okay, so let me see. Okay, gradient. Okay, what's it's a dg guys, and x list, yeah, this will be all thing will be something same. Okay, here it will be g guys. Okay, not f, and it will be dg again. So that was the only thing we need to care about. Again we have to put this dg guys, and yeah, for this it looks fine guys. So let's do this. Okay, run it. So what we are getting now, we are getting minimum at 1 guys. Okay, let's see. Okay, we are getting minimum at 1. Okay, and what we are getting minimum as 5 we are getting. Okay. Okay, there is something, and the slope is 0. That is correct. Loop ran for 95 times. So let me check it once more time. Okay, let's check it. Okay, new underscore x, pre-learning rate is this much, and new underscore x. Okay, dg we have put here. Sorry for taking your time guys, but I want to know how you have to also debug guys, so you must know these things. Okay, it looks all good actually. Okay, so let's this change this name I guess. Okay, x. Oh, but that doesn't, just to put this. Hmm. And just increase this now. Okay, still we are getting 5 as minimum, but minimum here you can see that it's 1. Minimum should be 1, so it's not getting actually. So we are getting minimum at 1. We are getting, okay, we are getting minimum at 1. Okay, at 1. Okay, then this will get, and okay, let me, okay, I got it guys. Okay, so now you can see that we are getting minimum at 1.414, which is something here guys. So it is near to 1.5 guys, and we are getting 1 guys. Okay, so that's the side effects of copy paste guys, and this value is very close to 0 guys. So we ran for 161 times and we got the minimum guys. Okay, but okay, let's plot it guys. Okay, because I'm kind of visual person guys, so I need to plot, and I need to see things. Okay, so now again entry of alpha will be done. Now I want to make this guide transparent, so my uh, scatter plot, the points will appear more good. Okay, plt dot scatter guys. First we want to do same routine guys. We want to you know convert this simple python list to numpy array, because matplotlib only works with numpy array guys. So np dot array, what we want to put, we want to put x list guys. Okay, and what we want to plot now. Okay, we want to plt dot scatter. What do we want to do, first we want to plot values guys. Okay, then I want to plot g. Okay, I'm again typing f guys, but we should type g. I'm putting alpha. I won't put any parameter as alpha guys. Now let me come here guys. Okay, so I don't want this grid, but okay, grid will be fine guys. Okay, same thing. Slope values will be np dot array slope values, slope list guys, because yeah, it was slope list. Okay, And what we will plot, plt dot scatter. What we want to plot, we want to plot values, and we want to plot slope values. So let's do this, guys. I think I didn't made any mistake, guys, but I want color I want. Okay, so it will look very fancy, guys. Sometimes I forget, what to put, where to put. Sorry for wasting your time, guys, by the way. Now you can see that we started from point 5 and we reached this 1. We also see that the slope is this is greater negative slope, so this is kind of -4 and we just approaching 0, guys. Now I want to start here, guys, at -0.5. So gradient descent, it will converge here, guys. So you can see that just changing the values, guys, we are affecting this algorithm, guys. Okay, so you can see now this guy is started from here and it is coming from here, and also you can just check the values of slope. So from here we are coming here, guys. And the drawback of this algorithm, guys, now I want to show you, guys. Okay, so if you put the value 0, guys, it will just stop, it will not go anywhere. Okay, because this is slope 0, guys. Okay, so these are some the limitations of gradient descent, guys. But by using random values we can always approach local minimum, guys. So there will be examples I will show you. Here it is not present, here only 2 minimums are present and they are equal, guys. But in certain cases there are 2 minimums and 1 minimum is more deep than 1 minimum. So 1 minimum is there and second minimum is there, and if we choose some location here, guys, then it will approach here instead of here, but we want to approach here, guys. So there are many techniques for that, guys, and I will explain them, okay, in future videos, guys. So bye for now, continue watching, please like and subscribe.